welcome back once again to I Like Watches. If you happen to be new here, my name's Gary. I like watches. You're here watching this because you like watches too. And if you find yourself enjoying this content, feel free to subscribe. It costs nothing. You can always like this video and hit the bell notifications icon so YouTube gives you a little nudge every time I post a new video. Now, in today's video, I have an icon to show you. Literally, an icon. The Icon 2. Now, if you haven't guessed already, this is a Seagull 1963. There's a number of places you can buy Seagull 1963 watches. You can buy them from Seagull directly. You'll pay a premium for them. Of course, you can buy super cheap versions on AliExpress, or you can come to Seagull1963.com. This is a company dedicated to producing versions of this watch. Lots of different versions. Some have moon phase complications, some are steel, some are bronze, some look more like the original 1963 than others. They offer different sizes. They even offer a sort of black edition watch. Now, the Icon watch that they make is their truest interpretation of the original watch, and they've just produced two new versions, a steel version with a sort of blue dial and a bronze version with a green dial, and they've sent me both to show you in this video. They've said I can keep one. Of course, I'm going to keep the bronze and green dial version because, well, I do think that is the best looking one, and it's also the one that I prefer the finishing of. They've finished the cases differently, and the hands, you'll see all that in the close-up shots. Now, you must be familiar with the Seagull 1963. If you're here watching this video and you're not familiar with this watch, I highly recommend you make yourself familiar with this watch because it is literally an icon, an iconic watch. And don't just take my word for it. So many other watch enthusiasts and reviewers have said just incredible things about the Seagull 1963. Teddy B said this watch is an anomaly. There is nothing else out there like it. And yeah, most other reviewers that have gotten their hands on a Seagull 1963 have said it's a must-have for collectors. So if you don't have one, you probably should start thinking about picking one up. If you like the look of it, of course, they're incredible value because, well, it's probably the cheapest way you're going to get your hands on a true mechanical column wheel chronograph watch. And if you haven't guessed already, of course, it houses the Seagull ST1901. There's a number of different versions of this movement built to different standards. Of course, this company is putting in premium versions of this movement. I've zoomed in, looks really clean and tidy under the crystals. Both pieces of crystal are sapphire, by the way, so you do get a sapphire sandwich. You get a swan neck regulator with this movement. I've put it on the time graph, and yeah, it's running very nicely. 50 meters of water resistance. The crystal on the front of the watch is a piece of double-domed sapphire box crystal with AR coating, just flat sapphire crystal in the case back, and of course, with it being an exhibition case back, you can see this movement. I mean, it just looks so good. It's another reason why these watches are just must-haves, isn't it? You can turn this watch over, show non-watch enthusiasts the movement inside this watch, and most people that you show this watch to will just be, yeah, in awe of it, because it's not very often you get to see a movement like this or that looks like this in affordable watches. And I think that's one of the reasons why Teddy described this watch as an anomaly. It really is like nothing else out there, and the sort of money you can pick these watches up for, it's just outrageous. Now, of course, you're going to pay a premium for the Seagull1963.com versions when compared to the super cheap and affordable versions that you can pick up on AliExpress. But of course, you've got a lot more options on Seagull1963.com. Their watches house the more premium movements. The The overall bundles are better, and I just think the overall experience will be better. These really are for people that are just not interested in shopping on AliExpress. Now, I'm looking at the website in the UK, and it's showing the price as £444 British pounds. They have offered a discount code, I Like Watches 10, for €10 off. That's euros, so just under £10. Hopefully I can get this video up during the period where these watches are being more discounted because of the launch. Now, which one of these two watches do you like? Let me know in the comments section. If you could pick one of these watches, would it be the CUSN8 bronze version with the green sunburst dial, or would it be the 316L stainless steel blue dialed version? There's more polishing on the case on the steel version, more brushing on the case with the CUSN8 bronze version. They've finished the hands slightly differently. So although these watches look very similar, there are some subtle differences with the finishing, and that's one of the reasons why I prefer the bronze one, because I like the brushed case and the polished hands, I guess. Of course, they've added lume to the dial and their hands. I've filmed the lume degradation clip. You'll see that at the end of the video. The straps are very nice, not overly soft, but you'll be able to just work them a little bit and soften them up. They'll conform to your wrist pretty quickly. Nice buckles, quick release spring bars, and yeah, on your wrist, I think these look, pretty awesome. I haven't come across a watch reviewer that's heavily criticized this watch. I think this is one of those watches where pretty much every single reviewer that's got their hands on it has said, well, basically the same sort of thing. Just incredible value for money, given it's a true mechanical column wheel chronograph watch. Lots of history, lots of heritage behind the design. And yeah, generally, you're picking these watches up for under $500. There are some cheaper versions on the Seagull1963.com if you're interested. But yeah, on the whole, just unbelievable value for money. And it's no wonder a lot of collectors either have one or have owned one. So hopefully this video brings this iconic watch to a few new watch collectors or enthusiasts. I suspect most of you were already familiar with the Seagull 1963, but if you weren't, well, here is, an incredible, iconic watch that you should probably spend some time getting to know, right, guys? Let me know what you think of the watch and the video in the comments section. And as always, thanks for watching.